I expect you will receive a very warm welcome.
Oh yeah, it'll be warm, all right. Oh, it's gonna be so warm.
This war is far from over.
I'm not like you. Not so perfect.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. Careful. You don't know where that mouth's been.
Viserys is dead. Aegon has been crowned as his successor.
Baby's coming.
No wonder she's in so much agony. She's got a Velociraptor coming out of the... Oh, God. That sounds like a goddamn velo. I'm not kidding. Wait a minute. Let's just go back and have a look. I'm not making that up. It's a Velociraptor. She's birthing a Velociraptor.
Clever girl.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Well, this is lovely. Little Velociraptor came out real nice, like.
I shall defend her name and honor.
I hate to break it to you, but that ship has sailed, wrecked, and sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Ow.
Yeah, that's really. They put candles underneath the table in order to make it glow and light up from underneath. Valerian craftsmanship for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually pretty cool.
The Vale will not turn cloak against their own kin.
The Knights of the Vale will stay in the Vale where they belong.
There has never lived a Stark who forgot an oath.
I like how they're like, there's never lived a Stark that has not kept an oath. Which is ironic, considering the Targaryens never keep their bargain with the Starks. The Pact of Ice and Fire, my ass. Although I suppose Rhaegar Targaryen did eventually fulfill the Pact of Ice and Fire, so Cregan got what he wanted eventually, kind of. Not really, but kind of. Meanwhile, the Baratheons have to be reminded of their oaths. That's fucking... Just that line there is... Yeah. Robert's Rebellion? Mm-hmm.
Lord Boros Baratheon will need to be reminded of his father's promises.
If you'd had to choose between Rhaenyra and Aegon,
I wouldn't have chosen either.
Then there are the 3 wild dragons, all of whom nest here.
Interestingly, Daemon states 3 wild dragons. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Which means Grey Ghost, Sheep Stealer, and Cannibal. So Cannibal does exist. It's a fucking confirmed fact. Cannibal does exist. Although, whether or not this dragon that Daemon is later singing to is Cannibal or not, the internet seems to think it's Vermithor for some reason. There's a tweet that says it's Vermithor from a seemingly unofficial source with no proof. At least none that I can find anywhere. So do feel free to correct me if you have some kind of official source that says it's the Bronze Fury and not some other dragon. But if it is Vermithor, and I guess it could be in better lighting, maybe it could be considered bronze, I guess. It passes, kind of. The only reason I didn't look at this dragon and go, Vermithor, is one, the lighting, I wouldn't really call it bronze, it looks more like a mud brown than anything else. And it's also beaten the shit out of. If you show me a dragon with crooked teeth, a fucked up maw, scratches and marks all over its goddamn face, I go cannibal, or wild dragon, or some dragon that's seen a lot of combat. And Vermithor has never seen combat. At least none whenever he had a rider. So I guess it's possible he could have been fighting with the wild dragons. Maybe they had a run-in with Cannibal at some point and got their asses kicked. I don't know. There just seems like a hell of a lot of emphasis on this dragon design as like the crooked teeth, the big scar across its snout. This is a battle-hardened dragon. It's seen some shit. But the thing is, if it's Vermithor, Vermithor isn't a battle-hardened dragon. So when people told me, oh, that's Vermithor, not Cannibal, I was like, really? What the fucking shit happened to Vermithor? Who the hell beat the shit out of Vermithor? The only dragon that I could think within Dragonstone, since Vermithor's been riderless for ages now, since the Old King. So the only dragon I could think that could have done this to Vermithor would be Cannibal. Because there's no way Grey Ghost did this. And I highly doubt Sheep Stealer would fight Vermithor, considering I'm pretty sure Sheep Stealer is pretty shy and gets scared off by Cannibal in the books at some point. So there's no way it fucked with Vermithor. I don't know. I generally don't know. Maybe it is Vermithor. If it is, I hope they give some explanation for why he looks fucked up. And it's not just, but it's because it looks cool, right? That's a retcon. At that point, you're just changing shit without explaining and filling in the gaps. I don't like it when you change stuff and you don't explain why this is happening. So, by all means, make it so Vermithor is beating the crap out of, but tell me who and what beat the shit out of him, because that's a big fucking dragon. You've established that Westeros has been at peace for like 2 generations now. So, who the hell beat the shit out of one of the largest dragons in existence? Maybe it's just a design choice and this is supposed to be him being old? But Vermithor's still got like another 100 years left in him. This doesn't scream old dragon to me. This screams, this dragon has seen some shit. For Christ's sake, its teeth are off to the side, it's got a giant scratch across its fucking face, and its lower jaw seems to like be independent of the other thing. It screams like you wanted it to look evil. And that's not the vibe I was supposed to be getting for Vermithor, the Bronze Fury. The dragon which is supposed to be tolerant of people and accepting, easily riled, but pretty chill for a dragon, as far as dragons go. I don't know. If it is Vermithor, maybe he'll look more impressive in some better lighting. We'll have to wait and see for Season 2, I suppose. I will be kind of disappointed if he doesn't really look very bronze. This is not the mental image I had of Vermithor in my head. But we'll leave it there, and I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Otherwise, I will sit here talking about him for the next, like, half an hour. We don't want that.
I do not wish to rule over a kingdom of ash and bone.
The Queen is echoing her descendant there, ladies and gentlemen. To quote the Mad King, Aerys Targaryen, the second of his name, Lord Protector, blah blah blah, titles.
You know how it goes. Fill in the damn titles.
Let him be king over charred bones and cooked meat. Let him be the king of ashes.
Burn them all!
I am not here to be queen of the ashes.
A song of ice and fire. What?
Choke me, devil daddy, choke me!
I have no fucking idea what the hell that is. We've crossed the line somewhere today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go make lunch. I'm gonna stop editing this video. I'm gonna go make lunch. That's too much.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Storm's End is a short flight from here. Lord Boros is an eternally proud man. You'll be honoured to host a prince of the realm.
I'm sure he's very honoured already, because he's already got a prince of the realm there, you dumb bitch! Is that supposed to be Storm's End? Really? It almost looks a little too elegant and rounded, but I might have a reason for why that's the case. You can see, and I'll put up a couple of artist concept pieces and shit, but you can see it's supposed to be like a storm drum of a tower, surrounded by a massive outer curtain wall, 100 feet high and 40 feet thick, nearly 80 feet thick on its seaward side, with a 150-foot drop below the walls and the sea, with only one tower, a colossal drum, crowned with formidable battlements, making it look like a huge, spiked fist thundering towards the sky from afar. And they seem to have admitted the thundering fist thing with the battlements, because there are no battlements on this. It's kind of round. However, I might have a reason why they've done this, and it's actually kind of ingenious. You will note, ladies and gentlemen, the material that is seemingly being used for Storm's End's roofs. The tops of the storm drum itself, and the tops of seemingly every tower in the fortress, are in fact seemingly made of copper. And what is copper good for, ladies and gentlemen? Among other things, it's a hell of a conductor of electricity. And what does Storm's End have lots of? Lightning. Shitloads of lightning. So for those of you unaware of the history of Storm's End, it was originally built by Durin's Godsgrief, the first Storm King, who declared war against the sea and the wind, or the gods of the sea and the wind, who in turn basically fucked up his castles repeatedly. Allegedly, he built castles 6 times and they were all destroyed, and the 7th was stronger and repelled the gods' wrath. The truth of this is questionable, because the maesters tend to make up shit and say that everything happened 7 times before the 7th time is blessed by the 7 and blah, 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 a bunch of religious nonsense. But decisive to say, the Storm King originally built the castle, it was fucked by the weather, and then he rebuilt the castle, and for some reason, when it was rebuilt, it withstood the weather conditions. And rumours suggest that Brandon the Builder, the same dude who built the wall in the north, helped young Durin build his castle. So considering HBO's little decision here to put copper on all of the roofs, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Brandon the Builder showed up, said, hey dude, why don't you use copper to, stop the lightning from fucking up your walls? And then Durin was like, that's a good idea. Good job, Bran, good job. And lo and behold, this is why we have what appears to be copper or bronze, I'm assuming copper, on the roofs of Storm's End. Because otherwise, it seems very out of place. So, that's my running theory of why Storm's End looks like this. I like it. It works. Like, using lightning conductors and copper to, like, negate the damage that the fucking storms do to the castle. It's pretty genius, actually. I mean, I think it'd work. Would it work? I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist. What do I look like? Some kind of maester? Go fuck yourselves. Damn, Aemon's looking a badass, man.
Wait, my Lord Strong. I want you to put out your eye.
Yes! I am so goddamn glad that they let Aemond actually keep the sapphire in his eye. Like, yes. Thank you. Thank you, for fuck's sake. I was worried with the rubies. They had an aversion to rubies. I was worried that they'd have an aversion to sapphires as well, to be honest.
Give me your eye!
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Where you son of a...
So calm and peaceful.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Very warm welcome.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, hoping that I don't get demonetized because of either the Jaws music or me showing you scenes from the fucking show, the War of Ravens comes to an end, and the War of Dragons begins. The Prince is dead. But that's what you get for being Prince of the wrong side of the war, who's totally legitimate and not at all a bastard. I would like everyone to take a moment of silence for the very strong boy. He was a strong lad, who was strong and brave, and very, very dead. At any rate, we wrap up Season 1 there, on a hell of a little cliffhanger. And Season 2, we get to see Winterfell again, we get to see Cregan Stark, the Arryns maybe at the Eyrie. It would be nice to see if they have their own unique spin on the Eyrie, more true to the books. Plus, we get to meet Daeron Targaryen, the missing prince, who's Alicent's last son, who is currently in Old Town. So we get to see Old Town, although I kind of liked Game of Thrones Old Town. That was fine. What I am hoping is we'll see Highgarden. Actual Highgarden, not whatever the fucking shit this is. I'm never gonna let that go. Jesus fucking H. Christ. If you ever wanted an example of how lazy HBO got, that is Highgarden. Fuck off. They have a real opportunity to redeem themselves in that regard by showing us a real Highgarden in Season 2. I hope so. I very much hope so. The scars are still fresh. Still fresh. I wake up screaming every night. At any rate, the video's at like 12 minutes now, so we'll wrap this up. I thank you for watching. That is all for now. I will probably do some more selective videos on House of the Dragon, mainly some theory stuff, and some like specific shit about dragons or foreshadowing and shit, namely with Helena and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. I'm very busy at the moment. At any rate, I thank you for watching. That is all for now. Soul out.
This war is far from over.